Joby Aviation, which is a company developing electric air taxis for commercial passenger service, had some great news for investors today with an investment from Toyota. So in this video, I'll review that latest development for Joby Aviation and what it could mean for Joby Aviation stock investors. Let's take a look at the details. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now. All right, so the announcement came on October 2nd, and it said that Toyota is to invest $500 million in Joby Aviation. The investment is to be made in two equal tranches, so $250 million and $250 million, with the first targeted to close later this year and the second in 2025. The investment terms to include plans to establish a manufacturing alliance for the first phase of commercialization. And that's critical for Joby Aviation. One of its rivals, Chartered Aviation, does have a partnership with Stellantis to help with manufacturing. The manufacturing part of this development is going to be extremely expensive. Right now, Joby Aviation spending more so on research and development and on approvals and licenses, etc. But then when they get into large-scale development, the manufacturing will be extremely expensive. And so having a partner like Toyota will be very crucial. It'll help de-risk for Joby Aviation stock investors. And what do I mean by de-risk? So this business is already risky because of how innovative it is. And so when you have a manufacturing partner that's going to spend money, the capital investments on manufacturing, that will help lower the risk because now you're not going to be as capital intensive. So that's a key part for Joby Aviation stock investors. Now, this will bring total investment from Toyota in Joby to $894 million. So the previous investment totaled $394 million, and now they're adding $500 million. So they're increasing the investment in Joby Aviation, not by that much, 25% more than the previous round, but still it's positive news for Joby Aviation stock investors that Toyota is staying committed and increasing their investment with this innovative company. So they go on to share some details. They say that the investment, which will be made in two tranches, is subject to standard regulatory approvals and certain other conditions, finalization of collaborative and commercial agreements, and with respect to the second tranche, the finalization of terms related to a strategic alliance focused on commercial manufacturing and certain other conditions. So this isn't complete just yet. There are conditions that Joby Aviation must meet in order to finalize this deal and receive this funding from Toyota. There's a lot of fine print here that even they're not revealing to investors here. They're saying certain other conditions, and we'll see what those certain other conditions are and if Joby Aviation does actually meet those conditions to receive the investment from Toyota. But given that they made a whole announcement of this situation, it seems likely that this will indeed go through. Joby saying that it continues to make important progress towards commercialization, recently rolling its third aircraft off its pilot production line in Marina, California, and breaking ground on an expanded facility in California that will more than double the company's manufacturing footprint. So they have been making considerable progress, and that's great news for the company. And for passengers overall, this seems like a reasonable market to go after. The transportation industry is faced with significant headwinds. Traffic in larger cities is absolutely atrocious. And this company, Joby, working in Marina, California, traffic in Los Angeles, California is terrible. Commuters, it's common to talk to folks that are commuting 1 hour or more each way to get to work. I know many of my students, they're working maybe 20 minutes away from campus, but on a time when there's no traffic, but because they're coming to school during prime hours, during busy hours, it's taking them more than 1 hour to get to campus. And I hear this all the time with students email me saying, I'm sorry, professor, I can't make it to class on time. I'm stuck in traffic. And I get this almost every single day with students because traffic is so bad. And so with this electric air taxi service, that could help alleviate some of that strain. And if it reaches large full-scale capacity, it could have huge benefits, not just for passengers, but also think of the amount of money that cities and governments have to spend on building and maintaining roads. If more travel is shifted to the skies, that will alleviate a lot of government spending that's necessary to keep and maintain these roads. If the roads are not being used as often, they won't need to be upgraded and maintained as often. And then when you're thinking about new areas, right, development outside of cities, one of the big constraints is if you have a new development, you're going to have to build more roads. And this will help alleviate some of that because maybe you won't need as many roads. You can have a centralized hub where commuters go and they commute wherever they're going to work for in these new developments. Now, I'm just speaking in broad terms here, longer term, the potential benefits here. We're still very early stages of this new innovative area, and there are positive upsides when or if it reaches full scale. So this adds to the deal in 2023 where the two companies signed a long-term agreement for Toyota to supply key powertrain and actuation components for the production of Joby's aircraft. On the back of this news, Joby Aviation stock is up a whopping 24%, and that's certainly a huge benefit for Joby Aviation stock investors that have been patient with this stock and now getting this big upside here today on the back of this news. Still, Joby Aviation is down significantly off its high. Its enterprise value now at $2.6 billion, still down from the roughly $8 billion enterprise value this company was trading at in late 2021. But of course, in 2021, there were many companies that were trading at valuations that they should have never been trading at, including Joby Aviation. So these valuations in 2024 are more reasonable compared to where they were in 2021. Nonetheless, great news for Joby Aviation stock investors today. Hey everyone, I'm excited to announce that my book is finally available for sale. I've been working on it for more than a year now, so I'm really excited to finally share this with you now. It goes through my framework for evaluating stocks. Some of you often ask why I like this stock or why I like the other stock, and this framework provides you the things that I look at when I'm evaluating stocks. I've added the link in the description below.